Okay, I thought maybe we should take a few minutes just to appreciate the falling of the Georgia Guidestones, which nobody saw coming, but everyone appreciates. Everyone. I had people from the metal community. I had finally I get a response from the conspiracy theorists in the metal community, because they're out there. Not all of them always want to, talk about the political stuff, but boy, did they enjoy this. Let's read some headlines. Explosion destroys mysterious monument in Georgia, authorities say. A Georgia monument seen by some as satanic was damaged from a I want to read. This one's from NPR. This one's from NPR. NPR. These guys, they always give away their position. A pre-dawn explosion. Ouch. It's fucking hot. A Georgia monument seen by some as satanic was damaged from a pre-dawn explosion, by the Associated Press. A rural Georgia monument that some conservative Christians criticized as satanic and others dubbed America's Stonehenge, oh please, was demolished Wednesday after a pre-dawn bombing turned one of its 4 granite panels into rubble. The Georgia Guidestones monument near Elberton was damaged by an explosive device, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation said, and later knocked down for safety reasons, leaving a pile of rubble in a picture that investigators published. That's pretty epic. Surveillance footage showed a sharp explosion, blowing one panel to rubble just after 4 a.m. Investigators also released video of a silver sedan leaving the monument. After prior vandalism, video cameras connected to the county's emergency dispatch center were stationed at the site. Really? Like, banks can't get that kind of attention. But the Georgia Guidestones are super important to somebody, RC Christian. The enigmatic roadside attraction was built in 1980 from local granite commissioned by an unknown person or group under the pseudonym RC Christian. Well, that's given the Guidestones a sort of shroud of mystery around them because the identity and intent of the individuals who commissioned them is unknown. Oh, is the intent unknown? You can glean a certain amount of intent from simple observation, said Katie McCarthy, who researches conspiracy theories for the Anti-Defamation League. And so that has helped over the years to fuel a lot of speculation and conspiracy theories about the Guidestones' true intent. No. It's not speculation. We've come to a consensus, Katie. The 16-foot-high, 5-meter panels bore a 10-part message in 8 different languages with guidance for living in an age of reason. How about first try living in a nation of laws? One part called for keeping world population at 500 million or below. That's going to require laws. While another calls to guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. That's going to require not only laws, but eugenics. Fuck you. Oh. I'm supposed to stop cussing. It also serves as a sundial, an astronomical calendar. But it wasn't the panel's mention of eugenics, population control, and global government that made them a target of far-right conspiracy theorists. Yes, it was. I'm telling you, that was it. The monument's notoriety took off with the rise of the internet, Kubus said. Who is Kubus? Wait, did I miss who the hell Kubus is? Kubus. Alright, we'll move on. Until it became a roadside tourist attraction with thousands visiting each year, the site received renewed attention during Georgia's May 24th gubernatorial primary when the third-place Republican candidate Candace Taylor claimed the Guidestones are satanic and made demolishing them as part of her platform. Hell yeah, Candace! Girl! Comedian John Oliver. I'm not going to read about him. He can go back to hell. McCarthy said right-wing personalities, including Alex Jones, had talked about them in previous years, but that they sort of came back into the public's radar because of Taylor. Okay, yeah, now they're going to try and blame Candace Taylor for the destruction of the Georgia Guidestones. Let me tell you before I ever... Years. Okay, when I was in high school, I am 33 years old right now. I graduated high school in 2007. Okay? We talking about that it's not the mention of eugenics, population control, and global government that made them a target of far-right conspiracy theorists. Yes, it was. I am a conspiracy theorist. You don't tell me what I think, I'll tell you what I think. It had nothing to do with Candace Taylor. We've been watching that stuff. We've been making jokes about R.C. Christian. You know what? Earlier today, before I even learned, I just learned just a couple of hours ago that this was part of Candace Taylor's campaign, was to have it lawfully demolished, okay? Like the removal of those other statues. Look, y'all want to be removing landmarks. Let's start with the Georgia Guidestones. Let's do it lawfully and legally. Y'all want to auction them off and put them in, I don't know, some Hollywood, pedophile's backyard, fine. But, y'all, no, but I just learned that earlier today. Way before I read this article, we were making jokes about R.C. Christian. Earlier today, we were just making a joke about, hey, guys, how long do you think it's going to take R.C. Christian to come forward and file an insurance claim? Now we'll finally learn the identity of R.C. Christian. I love how they gloss over all of the actual issues of the Georgia Guidestones in order to blame Candace Taylor. NPR, go back to the sixth layer of hell from whence you came. Let's see. What the New York Times says real quick. Some of these headlines, man, you can't write them unless you're a leftist. Oh, now it's taking forever to load. We're crashing. Look, everyone's on the Georgia Guidestones. Everyone's Googling Georgia Guidestones right now. We're crashing the Google. Right-wing conspiracy theorists have been obsessed for years. Hey, is it for years? Hey, have we been obsessed for years, or did Candace Taylor just recently bring it back as part of her campaign? Why don't you get your story straight, Satanists? You can't even tell the truth. With a set of giant stone tablets called the Georgia Guidestones. On Wednesday, someone blew them up with a bomb. How do you know that? Look, guys, you gotta love a speedy investigation. the real conspiracy theories have to do with how they got the demo crew out there so fast. Georgia Guidestones are now completely leveled. Get them. Security footage of the unexplained explosion at the Georgia Guidestones. Authorities have had to demolish remaining. You guys gotta learn English. Sorry, is that racist? Don't tweet in English if you can't speak English. That's fair. I think that's fair. Authorities have had to demolish remaining pillars, citing safety reasons. We should have just let it fall. Let the wind knock it over, right? Opponents have attacked them as the 10 Commandments of the Antichrist. I've never heard that, and I've been a conspiracy theorist for quite a while. I've never heard that. You just make stuff up. Oh, Wikipedia's updated. The Georgia Guidestones was a granite monument that stood in Elbert County, Georgia. Real time, man. Talk about reporting. Woo. Let's watch the explosion. Have y'all seen the explosion? I'm gonna share it. Hurry up and load. It doesn't want to show us the explosion. It's like YouTube doesn't want to show us the explosion because they were what, the 10 Commandments of the Antichrist? I don't know. I've literally never heard that before, but it's fine. I love this. Let's go to elbertchamber.com, seeing as how that's the city that it was in. I don't know what drove past my living room window, but that was weird. Ah! Joe Fendley, president of Elbert Granite Fishing Company Incorporated in Elberton, Georgia, was approached by a neatly dressed man who wanted to buy a monument. The middle-aged man, who identified himself as Mr. Robert C. Christian, said he wanted to know the cost of building a monument to the conservation of mankind. This my skeptical face? Which was to explain why the price quoted... Oh. And began telling Fendley what type of monument he wanted. Christian outlines the size and metric measurements. Okay, that's how you know he's a Satanist. He uses metric. No monument of this kind had ever been quarried in Elberton, which was to explain why the price quoted could only be an estimate, and not one guaranteed, as is the normal practice. There's extra information here that nobody needs. Mr. Christian agreed to the quoted price. Again. Obviously he did, right? Because it exists. Christian, during his visit with Fendley, explained that he represented a small group of loyal Americans who believe in God. Definitely, but like, which God? There's an asterisk next to God. He said they lived outside of Georgia. Again, look, don't make me put on my skepticals, okay? Because here I am. He and wanted to leave a message for future generations. Asterisk. What future generations, you fucking eugenicist? After leaving Fendley's office, Christian went to the Granite City Bank to meet with Wyatt C. Martin. Christian informed Martin about his plans and the group he was associated with. No, I'm sure he didn't, though. I'm sure he was vague as hell then, too. And had planned this monument for 20 years. He said the group wished to remain anonymous and revealed to Martin that his real name was not Robert Christian. Oh, see, I was starting to believe you were telling the truth about things, right? But now that you tell me your name is not really Robert Christian, that's fine. I'll still believe you. These banks, and some other personal information, so Martin could investigate him properly. Christian. Oh, let's see. It was a pseudonym chosen because of his Christian beliefs, right? After being sworn to secrecy, Christian told Martin his real name and some other personal information so Martin could investigate him properly before the project began. Wyatt C. Martin of Granite City Bank. You swore to secrecy. You made a deal with the devil. How does that feel? To this day, Wyatt Martin is the only one who knows Christian's real name. The prototype that Christian brought to Fendley resembled the infamous Stonehenge monument in England. Pyramid blue granite from Pyramid Quarry was chosen for the monument. Each piece weighed approximately 28 tons, making this project to become one of the most challenging projects to be worked on in Elberton. Who wrote this? Charlie Clamp was the sandblaster chosen to etch the message, which was more than 4,000 individual letters. Again, it's unnecessary information. Mysterious monument. Christian chose Elberton, Georgia as a site for the Georgia Guidestones for several reasons. Elberton has a broad variety of granite, a mild climate, which will preserve the monument, and his great-grandmother resided in Georgia. That is the specific site chosen was a 5-acre plot located 8 miles north of the city of Elberton on Highway 77. This was the farm of Mildred and Wayne Mullenix. This plot of land is I bet they're rich. R.C. Christian really paid them off too, or swore them to secrecy too. He's out there compromising souls. This plot of land is the highest point in Elbert County and is in range of summer and winter sunrises and sunsets. Several engineers and astronomers were hired to investigate the positions, placement, and astrological markings of the monument. Fendley chose Joe B. Davis, a retired granite craftsman who is widely known in the granite industry, to be responsible for the project. Joe B. Davis. Here's the message. Quote, maintain humanity under 5 billion in perpetual... is that... I'm so bad with numbers. In perpetual balance with nature. Right. R.C. Christian. He knows nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. No fatties. How is that? How have they not been canceled by now? It's 2022. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love. Seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. But whose nature, right? That's the question. Whose nature? Anywho, they gone now, aren't they, guys? Nilfin. Happy fall of the Georgia Guidestones Day. It's a new holiday.